In the dead of night, when the world hums with power lines and sleepless cities, a new sound begins to whisper. A faint crackle, a static hiss. The moment anyone hears it, their stomach twists into a violent, impossible hunger. A hunger no amount of food can satisfy. They call it the hunger static. It started with one radio station in a small town, Station 104.6, a place that once played late-night blues and lonely country songs. But one night, the DJ vanished mid-broadcast. All that was left was a soft static, pulsing like a heartbeat. The next morning, listeners flooded hospitals, shoveling food into their mouths, begging for help. Doctors watched in horror as patients consumed tray after tray of meals, yet their bodies thinned, and their eyes sank deep like pits in dry soil. The government shut the station down within hours, but the signal kept spreading through cell towers, through police radios, through anything with a speaker. Scientists insisted it wasn't a sound at all, but a frequency that rewired the brain, convincing it that the body was starving to death. And once you heard it even for a second, you were marked. Amid the panic, one engineer named Myra Valdez believed she could trace the source. She followed the signal to an abandoned communications bunker buried beneath the old city. Inside, all the screens were on, showing nothing but white noise. And in the center of the room sat a lone transmitter, humming with life. Even though it wasn't plugged into anything, Myra stepped closer. The static grew louder. The hunger clawed at her stomach, but she forced herself forward, reaching for the controls. That's when she noticed something impossible. The static wasn't random. It was shaped, patterned. A voice hidden inside the noise, slow the pacing, had tension. The voice sharpened as she listened, and Myra realized it wasn't a message meant to harm. It was a warning. A desperate, distorted plea repeating the same words over and over. "We are starving, feed us." Myra stared at the transmitter in frozen terror, because now she understood. The signal wasn't spreading through the machines. The machines were merely repeating what they were hearing. Something hungry was broadcasting from outside the bunker, from somewhere else entirely. And as the ground above her began to rumble and the static roared in her skull like a beast, Myra heard the voice one last time. "Do not turn us off. We feed through you." The static grows louder, and then suddenly cuts to silence.